My life is in grave danger. Nnamdi Kanu raises alarm in DSS custody. Our client, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has instructed us to make the following information public. That despite a court order to the contrary, the condition of his detention at the DSS headquarters in Abuja continues to be harsh, degrading, and inhumane. That he is solitary confined to a very tiny cell between 23 hours of the day without access to sunlight and any social interactions or whatsoever. He believes that this is aimed at inflicting extreme emotional and mental distress on him and breaking him psychologically. That any detainee who encounters and greets him during the single hour is allowed outside his cell, is promptly put in solitary confinement or transferred to a maximum security as a punishment for exchanging mere greetings with him. Because of this, detainees have resorted to avoiding him and exchanging salutations with him, not to talk of any other form of social interactions. That since the Nigerian government's extraordinary rendition him, he has not been allowed a change of clothing, and his Jewish prayer shawls and other religious materials brought to him by his counsel were rejected and returned. That the DSS has refused to replace corrective glasses lenses which were smashed to smithereens by agents of the Nigerian government in the process of the found lens they unleashed on him while abducting him in Kenya. This has led to a rapid deterioration of his sight. That he is restricted to meeting with his counsel in an atmosphere devoid of private discussions with his counsel, and he is oftentimes denied perusal of legal documentation his counsel brings to him to review. That he is not allowed to sleep with a pillow, and this has led to him developing acid reflux, which comes with acute burning sensation in his chest pains, and extreme difficulty in swallowing. That on the 17th of July 2021, one of his lawyers, Barrister Aloy Ejimako, was detained and interrogated for hours by DSS when he came to the DSS on a visitation to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Kanu, who witnessed the detention before being led away, was distressed and alarmed by this incident, and he considered it a brazen act of intimidation of his counsel. But he has, to date, been denied access to the British counsel despite her repeated requests to see him. And on the day of his last appearance, 10th of November 2021, the British counsel, who was in court to observe the proceeding, was intimidated by DSS officers, who restricted her from coming close to Mazi Kanu. That to date, the DSS had denied his repeated request for an independent medical examination to determine the extent of damage done to his body by the suspected substance he may have been injected with during his abduction and extraordinary rendition. He has reason to believe that the said injection substance is depleting the potassium content of his body, thus causing him constipation, a feeling of skipped heartbeats, palpitations, fatigue, muscle weakness, spasm, and numbness. That is, in the circumstances of the foregoing, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continues to have a persistent and heightened feeling of potent threat to his overall well-being and safety within the DSS faculty, where he is currently detained. Signed, Barrister Jofo and Barrister Ejimako. My people, I am pained. My people, I am angry. My people, I am offended. This news I've just read to you has seriously broken my heart. Though I cannot let it break my spirit, because this struggle must continue. All this thing is happening because of the lagastical attitude of the DOS. The DOS do not understand the influence of their decision on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's life. I have every reason to believe that the DOS does not wish Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. I have every reason to believe that the DOS, as a matter of fact, is enjoying the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in prison. Let me tell you the truth. Some of these people that are in leadership of DOS, they have used this struggle as an opportunity to enrich themselves. Because of some of them in DOS, There are some assets that there's no place they do not have access to. There are some resources of IPOB that they were not accessible to them before Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. But as soon as Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, they gain access to those resources. And because of their enjoying those resources, they are free, they no longer want Nnamdi Kanu to come out. If you watch them by their action, the Bible says that by their fruit you shall know them. The only way you will know people that are loyal to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is by their action. It's by their fruit. It's by what they do. It's by what they don't do. It's not by saying Nnamdi Kanu is my leader. You can say Nnamdi Kanu is your leader from now till tomorrow, and then you take the decision to go and stab him in his back. Tomorrow you come and tell me the leader said that. How can somebody that is such anguish and pain be given order for sit-at-home to be called off? When you understand the impact of it on the economy of Nigeria. Look at our leader lamenting. Look at our leader in pain. You can see his disappointment when he was in court. He was totally frustrated. You can see it written all over him. He was a machete. Some of you are happy that he is looking fresh. What kind of stupid fresh is that? How can you say somebody that is in confinement is looking fresh? Our leader is totally dilapidated. Our leader is angry. Our leader is disappointed. He left morons. He left greedy animals in charge of the Biafra struggle. What is wrong with Igbo people? What is wrong with us? Why will we put people's life beneath our stomach? Why is it that it's our stomach that's always first in everything we do? Are we so mentally poor that we don't realize the importance of this struggle? Joes, why are you disappointing us? What is it that you want to gain in this earth that you will not live one day? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has the opportunity to amass wealth for himself. He has the opportunity to live a luxurious life. As a matter of fact, he has a house in London. He is a prince. He has access to resources. He is intelligent. He has mental capacity. He has the ability to organize and control. He started a company. But all those things, he placed it on the foot of the Biafran restoration. He sacrificed everything. When he used to say he will sacrifice everything sacrificable, most of you does not understand how far he has gone. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sacrificed the family, sacrificed the comfort of his life, sacrificed the joy of having a woman in your life. Look at his pretty wife. Don't you think you want to be with him every day and every night? But he sacrificed that comfort because he's fighting for you and I. And you useless DOS are in that place. You are there claiming authority, claiming you've been there for 12 years, claiming you've been there for long, that you are now a PhD holder in Biafra struggle. Are you not ashamed of yourself for saying that you're a PhD holder in Biafra struggle? Don't you see your failure in your faces? Is Biafra supposed to be a struggle that will be everlasting? The only way you can crown yourself a PhD is the day that we go home and our flag is standing tall. Then you can comfortably say that you have graduated. As long as Biafra is not here, there is no graduate. Nobody has graduated. Even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, I have not graduated. Who are you to call yourself a graduate? You call yourself and talking PhD. On what ground are you having the PhD? You say I'm a PhD. If I have been here in 7 years, so because of that, I have PhD in Biafra struggle. Are you not ashamed of yourself? Is Biafra struggle is something that will continue for life? Is it where you come to get a PhD degree? Is Biafra a Biafra struggle about becoming famous or about becoming certified? So you want to be a certified freedom fighter, a PhD freedom fighter. Whereas the people you claim to be fighting the freedom are still in bondage. This thing that is happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is because of the weakness the DOS have shown so far. It's because of the stupid mentality the DOS have shown so far. You people don't understand the risk you are taking by rescinding on the decision of the sit-at-home. Do you understand what you have done? You have just shown you are just giving away something very vital to us, to the enemy. The moment you show the enemy your weak point, they will hold it. The moment you show your scrutum to your enemy, they will hold it. All of us love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but DOS, your decision must not be based on what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through. You must stand strong and make Nigerian government understand that the more they hold him, the more rugged you are. Even though if it means you ignoring some order coming from the barristers, if it means you ignoring orders coming from them, take decisions that will hurt Nigerian government. if it means locking down the whole of Southeast for complete 1 week, you can do it. The people are willing. The spirit is high. Why are you dulling us, DOS? Why are you bringing us down, DOS? My spirit is strong. But I'm angry. I'm angry, I'm not happy. This cannot be happening to the president of the Republic of Biafra. And we, all Biafrans, are there doing nothing. You can imagine our leader has been brought to the court almost twice. And in those 3 times, he was wearing just one cloth. Do you guys understand the psychological effect of that? How can our leader be wearing one cloth for almost 3 times? Why is the US not speaking? They said they're looking for political solution. The reason they called off the sit at home to cancel the election, they said they wanted a political solution that they have discussed with our elders. And since after the next day that the election hold, and our leader was brought to court and humiliated the way he was, we all Biafrans were humiliated in the court. Nigerian government proved to us that they're in power. They locked our lawyer outside. They barricaded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They couldn't even have any hearing. There was no form of debate. They took him back to the court for another 2 months. The US did not come out to make any speech. The US did not come out to make any threat. No wonder when Abozinian leader Cho Ayuba was speaking, he made it very clear and he talked to the US direct. He told him the way to your freedom is not in Abuja court, but it's through Enugu. It takes wisdom for you to understand wisdom. It takes deep for you to recognize men of deep. Dr. Cho Ayuba is a man of deep. And that is why he is a good friend of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why they were able to connect on every level. That statement has a very far-reaching implication. I don't even know if the DOX understand what that means. Your path to freedom is not in Abuja, it's through Enugu. Do you understand what it means? DOS, do you understand what it means? This broadcast, I want it to go far right. I want DOS to know that the Biafrans are not happy. The Biafrans are hungry. The Biafrans are saying, DOS, if you are going to lead us in place of Nnamdi Kanu, you must stand firm. You must be strong. You must not say what you cannot do. You must not start a thing that you cannot finish. If you call us to battlefront, don't tell us to down tools when our enemy are in front of us. How can you call us in a battlefront? And the moment you are standing with all morals, with our high morals, and with our weapons of war, you tell us, okay, now down tools, we are having a political solution with the enemy, and the enemies are standing right there in our front, in our faces, with their bazookas, with their AK-47 pointing at us and shooting at us. You are telling us that down tools, we are going to have a discussion with them. What is wrong with you, DOX? DOX, what is wrong with you? If any of you have ever collected bribe, if any of you have ever collected money to send Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to betray Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it will never be well with you. It will never be well with you, DOS. If any of you have ever thought in your mind, because of the comfort you are now enjoying, there is nobody to give you order. There is no Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to order you around. There is no Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to discipline you. That is why they say absolute power corrupts absolutely. The DOS, Chike Dozie right now, is enjoying absolute power, and I think the DOS is corrupted absolutely. There need to be a balancing force. There need to be an opposing force, and I believe Simon Ekpa is that opposing force. And Simon Ekpa must realize it. Simon Ekpa must stand up and face this challenge. Simon Ekpa, this message is for you. You are the opposing force that is being set up by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to counterbalance the powers of the DOS. Because absolute power corrupt absolutely. The DOS have already foreseen this, and that's why they are fighting you. But you must not give in to their whims and caprices. You must stand up. You must stand strong and tell them Biafra is for all of us. Biafra is our hope. Biafra cannot be toyed with. If you don't give us Biafra, we will die getting Biafra.